Hi everyone, it's Helen here from Helen's Energy Healing, and I am back with a new series. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a rundown. This new series is going to be based on something that I truly am passionate about and that I care about deeply. It's going to be a kind of where is what happened. Um, and this is to do with a lot of true crime, unsolved cases, um, and the things of the like. So, this new reading is actually going to be based on what happened to Jonbenet Ramsey. Um, and again, I just want to put a little disclaimer just to say that please don't take this as hard factual evidence. This is channeled material coming from spirit and actually coming from Jonbenet Ramsey in this reading. And I hope this does help move the case forward. And again, if you know anything, please contact the proper authorities. And I'm not doing this for views or anything. I'm simply doing this because I do care about it. And I have been pushed by the universe to cover these sorts of topics and cases. Now, the channel messages that have come through in this reading are quite profound, and there's a lot of messages here. I did have to write some notes down so I remember everything, and I may refer to the book as well. So again, this is what happened to Jonbenet Ramsey. And the spread that I've done, it's in 4 rows. The first row is the situation at hand, the general situation and the general message. So kind of past, present, and future. The second row is Jonbenet's energy, past, present, and future. The third row is the person or the people that were involved in her murder, past, present, and future. And the fourth row is the people that knew about it, past, present, and future. So I want to just really get started. I'm not too sure how long this is going to take. I have pre-shuffled the cards and I have really tuned into the messages. So hopefully there's no awkward pauses and things like that. So again, I just want to ask my angels, my spirit guides, and Jonbenet Ramsey to be with me now to help me assist in getting these messages across. And it's just really putting the energy out there of helping this case get solved. And also a lot of what's come into this reading is Jonbenet's soul consciousness and how she's doing in the spirit realm and how her soul is evolving and what her soul will be evolving to in the future. Okay, let's get started. So again, this is the situation. So we've got the moon card coming out first. So there is definitely a lot of deception involved in this case. There's a lot of deception. And there's also a lot of emotional negative energy around this situation and around her soul's consciousness. I do feel that her soul, she hasn't purged any, she hasn't done a lot of purging in the spirit realm. There's still negative energy attached to her and this situation in the spirit realm on the other side. I do feel like there is something to do with the full moon and what happened to her. Maybe it was something around the full moon. I'm not completely sure, but that's just another message coming in. We have the moon card. And it's clarified by purge, divine timing, and spring. So there's kind of two different scenarios coming out here. So one scenario is that on the other side, she is now starting to purge the negative energy and attachments surrounding her life and what she went through and her murder. But I also do feel that there is something is going to come out in divine timing. Some sort of information, some sort of new information is going to come forward about the case and about what happened to her. But there's a timing involved in this. It's not time yet, because I do feel like once she learns her lessons on the other side, that's when things will come to light. Then she will be ready to reveal here on the physical who did this to her. And I do feel like it could be in the warmer months this might happen. We've got the springtime here, we've got the spring card. And also I do feel like there's going to be some sort of transformation coming from this. Some sort of metamorphosis. So I'll show you the cards. We've got purge. Divine timing. And spring. So I do feel like this is where things are currently at. We've got the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups talks about childhood, inner child, nostalgia, romanticizing the past. And a message that I got before, I do feel like something's been linked between her past life and the current life. And it's definitely something linked to her childhood and her beauty pageants. And it has something to do with greed and exploitation. And I do feel like her mother was definitely involved in this. I feel like her mother kind of pushed her to do the beauty pageants, and that she didn't really want to do it. It was not making her happy. And her mother pushed her to do it because of this greed and exploitation. And I do feel like her mother was envious of her. But I do feel like I said before, her past life and this life are very linked together. And this is her soul's consciousness. This was meant to happen to her in order for her soul to grow. There's definitely something linked there with the Six of Cups. And coming into the future, we have awakening. So I do feel like this is her soul's energy in the spirit realm. In the future, moving forward, once she has understood and learnt the lessons of her soul's consciousness, she's going to awaken. She's going to ascend to a higher level of being. Her consciousness is going to expand on the other side. Her soul is definitely going to be evolving. Okay, I'm just going to check the time on that. So just over 10 minutes on that one. Now we're going to go into Jonbenet's energy and her soul and what she has to specifically say about what happened to her. So we've got the Sun in reverse. Like I was saying before, she's not in a happy place right now on the other side. It's a very cold kind of energy. It's not a happy one because justice hasn't been served as yet. She's very stuck because she hasn't fully learnt the lessons involved of what's happened to her. We have ascending. So her soul is not ascending at this point in time. She is stuck in a place. But we do know she has ascended, so that's clarification that she has ascended. She's not in the physical anymore. But she's stuck in a place where she doesn't want to be. And it's not hell or anything like that. She just hasn't purged the negative energy surrounding what happened to her. And clarifying that, we have barrier. And we have lessons. And I do feel like she is learning her lessons in the spirit realm, and it is helping her to ascend, but she's not quite there yet. But we've also got Kashuk Records. So basically, there is a portal going to be opening. And Akashic Records talks about your soul DNA, your blueprint. And she's saying that she had to go through this in order for her soul to grow. And it's been imprinted. Her soul DNA has imprinted it. This was meant to happen to her. And we've got the King of Wands. So this is the future. What I do feel is that she's going to be coming back as a masculine energy. Could be a fire sign. Could be coming back as a fire sign. But I do feel like she's going to be coming back as some sort of leader. She's going to be leading some sort of movement. And what I do feel is that this movement could be to do with sex trafficking, and it could be to do with protecting young children, and it could be also to do with perhaps stopping beauty pageants happening to young children. So she's definitely going to be a very strong leader. People are going to know him. People are going to know this energy when she's reborn. And she's definitely going to be guided by spirit to do this work. And this is why she had to go all through this, because it's all linked. Because everyone has a journey, past, present, future lives. And it's all to do with a purpose, Okay, let's move on to the next row. And this is the people involved in what happened to Jonbenet. We've got I didn't show the rest of the cards. I don't think I did. Kashuk Records. King of Wands. I'm just going to bring these forward. So the person involved, the first card out, we have the Ace of Crystals in reverse. Could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But also what the Ace of Crystals is saying is that there's something to do with finances, loss of finances. Definitely something to do with money. Money was definitely a big factor in what happened to her. And if I remember the case correctly, there was a ransom note left for a specific amount of money that that they were wanting. In order to find Jonbenet. I think it was played out as a kidnapping. And if they paid this amount of money, they would have Jonbenet back. And this is just clarifying that. And the person also involved in a child knows that they took her innocence away. They know what they did. And also the person involved, their soul is also stuck. Clarified by stuck. And I do feel that the mother was somehow involved in the actual murder. Because I just get that feeling. There's a lot of stuck energy that's needing to be released. This person that did this cannot move forward. They're full of regret. They're full of dark emotional energy. I don't think they really wanted to do it to her. I just feel that this greed and this money issue and their pride and their ego just took over them. They snapped. As terrible as it is, you know, things are definitely not moving forward for this person. And I do realize that the mother is no longer in the physical. So we'll keep it general. So I do feel like it is the mother, but whether physical or non-physical, things are definitely not moving forward. I just get that feeling. And there's definitely a lot of inner child issues coming up. A lot of inner child blockages. And I do feel like that is coming from the mother, because the mother pushed Jonbenet to do these pageants because that was her dream. Her inner child wasn't fulfilled. So she pushed it onto her child, and her child didn't want that. And that's when she snapped. And she was envious and was telling her, you know, this was my dream, you know, how can you not want to do this? This is, you know, this is everything and more. And Jonbenet didn't want to have anything to do with it. And she snapped. Ten of Crystals in reverse. Again, this it's all pretty much the same message, just in different cards, pretty much. So this is, spiritual, financial, emotional culmination, things coming together, but it's in the reverse position. Things are stuck either in the spiritual and the physical. I think in both, because there's no movement forward as yet. But there will be. And like I said before, I feel like once Jonbenet learns these lessons and figures out what the true purpose is, that's when things are going to come to light. Things are going to move forward. And whenever I see the 10 is completion. But it's in the reverse position. It doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It just means it's not there yet. And certain things need to happen before it can flip in the upright. Three of Swords. Sadness. Heartbroken. Regret. And there was also definitely 3 people involved in the actual murder itself. And there were obviously 3 other family members in the Ramsey case: the father, the mother, and the brother. And I'm not saying they are all 3 involved. I definitely get a strong feeling that they could be. It could be 3 total strangers. I'm not getting a clear answer on that. But I definitely feel family was either involved or knew about it. There was a lot of covering up. Okay. Now we're going to go into the people that that knew. We have the Emperor. Could be an Aries. This is someone who's very structured. This is someone who's very dominant. This is definitely someone who's very high up. Could be a CEO, banker, lawyer, doctor. Someone who's very wealthy. And it's clarified by family. So I definitely do feel like the father did know about it. The family did know about it. The father definitely knew about it. And it's also clarified by action and numbing. There's a lot of pain here. The people that knew or were involved are avoiding the pain right now. Avoiding taking action. Even though they want to take action, They're avoiding it because it's too painful. And we've got the Knight of Crystals in reverse. No action. Not honouring commitments. Avoidance. Covering up. But in the future, we have the Ace of Wands. So I do feel like once everything comes to light and the truth is finally revealed, that the people that knew about it, there is going to be a new start. There is going to be a spiritual growth within themselves. And I do feel like justice is going to be served to the people involved, because I do feel like the person that did do it is no longer with us. But justice will come to light. So, that is my channeled reading for what happened to Jonbenet Ramsey. I hope you enjoyed this video. And please let me know if you want to see more of this kind of stuff. I would appreciate it if you did like, share and subscribe, and get this video circulating, get it out there, put the energy out there. Someone knows something, and any little bit helps. Even if it is a tarot card reading or a channeled reading, it's going to help solve this case. And again, if you do know something, please report it to the proper authorities. This is something that I'm deeply passionate about again. And I hope this reading did make kind of sense. And I will be back very soon doing love readings, doing the twin flame readings, and doing the elemental readings for April. And I hope you all have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.